And welcome to 520 Sports Talk here. We are at Frog and Firkin in the middle of University Main Gate Square, right off the corner of Tyndall and University. This is our main location for all the big shows, and we're not going to disappoint you this week. Last week we had the 04 FC Tucson Black Girls who won the state championship, and this week we have their counterparts, the 06 Black team, which is the 13U team, which also won a state championship. So we're going to find out everything about the season, about the girls, so definitely stay tuned, and should be a great show. Let's get into our sponsors beforehand, because without them, obviously, would not be a show. So thank you to Arizona Motor Vehicle Express at 6741 North Thorningdale Road. They're open 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. I'll tell you what, I used this just the other day. I didn't want to have the DMV headache. I was sitting there for 3 hours and waiting my turn. I got in and out in 15 minutes. I got my registration, my tags for my car. It costed me an extra $15, and that's well worth it for not having to spend all day at the DMV. So definitely check them out. They have driver's license, registration, titles. They can do ID cards. They can do a number of things. Same thing that the DMV does, but you're in and out in a lot less time. Simply Noted, mixing modern marketing techniques with an old school personal touch. Expand your business footprint by going to simplynoted.com. This is owned by ex-Wildcat football star Rick Elmore. He has a great company there. They get a lot of extra business for the companies that they represent by just going to Simply Noted. Tucson Speedway. The racing season is started. NASCAR is up and running. Fast and Furious fun. It's good for the whole family. Right down the Houghton Road, south of the Pima County Fairgrounds. Go to TucsonSpeedway.com for the racing schedule and times. They're going to have a 520 Sports Talk race later on in the season, and the proceeds will be going to my favorite charity, the Tucson Fire Foundation. So definitely check that out. Sparkle Clean, there's 11 convenient locations around Tucson and the metro area to serve you. Now they offer home and business pickup of your laundry and dry cleaning. How easy is that? I mean, you don't even have to go anywhere. Just bundle it up. They'll come and pick it up, professionally clean it for you, and deliver it back. Go to sparklecleaners.com to set up an appointment. Wings Over Broadway, that's our Out East show place at Camino Seco and Broadway. The very best wings in Tucson that stay crispy from start to finish. Great burgers and pizzas and sports all day and all night, 7 days a week. Bianchi's Italian, 2 locations to serve you. The original location at Speedway and Silverbell, close to the west campus of Pima College, and up in Marana where we have our show at Tangerine and Thornydale, where we do our Oro Valley and Marana schools up there. Good Italian, authentic Italian cuisine. Definitely check it out. Johnny Gibson's Downtown Market and High Wire Lounge at Broadway and Congress. This is where we have our show Under the Stars outside in the patio. It's a great place. We do a lot of Tucson youth football shows there. Good eats at Johnny's, good burgers, good sandwiches, ready to eat food. And then for the adult beverages, High Wire Lounge will definitely take care of you. Meech's Mexican Food at 39th Street and 4th Avenue. The best Mexican food in town. I live in Marana. Believe me, it's worth the drive down there to go out at Meech's. Been serving the area since 1976. And Arizona Native Landscaping Design, Installation, and Maintenance. Go to ArizonaNativeLandscaping.com or check out their Facebook page at Arizona Native Landscaping to get your backyard, your front yard, anything up in tip-top shape. They've got pictures on their Facebook page and website on work that they've done. So we'll get to the other sponsors in a little while, but I want to introduce the coach of the 06 FC Tucson Black team, state champions. You know it's May, and it's always state championship month in May. Coach, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the team and how long you've been with us.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I am one of the coaches who's worked with this team a bit this year, and I also do a variety of things here with the club. I can tell you that this team is kind of a unique team in the sense that it's a lot of kids that separately, originally were in different clubs who have come together this year and have had a lot of success in doing so. And it's a fun group. There's a lot of big personalities, a lot of fun kids on this team. So great team to work with.
Now, the 06 team, the 04 team last week said that they were kind of a combination of 2 soccer clubs that came together to form one and at first there was a little bit of animosity because they were former opponents and now they're teammates. Is that the same thing with the 06 with two clubs coming together?
Yeah, so these girls, the majority of them were on those two clubs, the Take Verde Soccer Club and Tucson Soccer Academy, that were previously separate, that were now together just about a year ago. There was definitely a rivalry. I don't know that it's necessarily say there's animosity. It was kind of a friendly, competitive rivalry. But yeah, once we put the two together, you could see how much talent there was on those two teams, and we put them together. Obviously, it went well. They were able to win the state title this year, so it's a great thing we were able to put them all together.
Okay, so going into the season, and we were talking before the show, they get a little bit of time off now that they've concluded their state championship run, and then they're going to do their own strength conditioning and different exercises to keep them in shape, and then back in August, boom, you're back at it again. Tell us, what, coming into the season, you kind of knew what you had as far as, the girls involved in everything. Did you think that you had a team that was going to be able to compete for the state title?
We knew there was potential within the group in terms of the amount of talent that was there. I think when we originally put the team together, we didn't want to think too far into the future. Even though it's only a 9-month season, thinking 9 months away is kind of a long time, especially with players of this age. So the big thing is, we wanted to put them together, try and get personalities to match, especially since they were coming from two different places.
Sure.
And then we thought, if everything goes well, we can get personalities to match, get everybody on the same page. They can adapt to new teammates, new coaching, and things like that. We knew that there was a lot of potential. What the potential was in terms of the state cup and things like that, I don't know if we gave that a ton of thought, but the more we got into the season, you can see it was probably going to be a realistic possibility for this group.
Now, this being a younger group, the 13U team, obviously you want to work on a lot of fundamentals where winning and losing is not the priority, but getting to know the game of soccer as a second nature. So they go to the 15, the 16, the 18, 19U teams, and they're ready to go. They can work more on strategy with those coaches. I think that, just having, maybe not in soccer, actually, let me change it. I think probably in soccer, as well as softball and volleyball and the other youth sports that we have, it seems to me that coaching girls, they want to learn more. They don't come with the attitude of the boys of I already know everything and, I'm going to do what I need to do. And you got to kind of break through that barrier. Girls seem to be more of a sponge where they want to learn, they're willing to learn, and they want to be, good with their friends, for their family. Would you agree with that?
To an extent. I think for the most part, we try and see them not so much as female athletes or male athletes. We just see them as athletes, as soccer players. We don't want to treat them too differently because what we want to accomplish them is pretty much the same. But obviously there are differences between females and males. Females, like you said, at times can be more pleasers where they do want to do things just more so for the coach's sake or even for the parents' sake because they do want to be pleasers and make people happy. But I think as they get older, they realize how much they can do it for themselves and how much they're able, to accomplish when they do things not just for other people but also for themselves. And like I said, this group is a unique group and they're a great group because they do want to please us. But I think it's partly our job to teach them how important it is for them to do things for themselves as well.
Now, for the viewers out there that maybe have kids that aren't in soccer but they want to get into soccer, how would they go about joining the organization or looking into the organization for maybe registration?
Yeah, in terms of looking this up, it's pretty easy. They just go to FCTucsonYouth.com. That should take them, straight to our website. And then once they get there, there's a variety of options for older players, younger players, competitive players, maybe more recreational players who want to be introduced to the game. Like you said, we have options for pretty much everybody as young as 5 and 6 years old. I think we even do certain programs that are even younger than that. We've helped out at the JCC where we work with kids as young as 3 years old. So, we really try to service as many players as we can from different backgrounds. 3-year-olds up to 19-year-olds, East Side kids, West Side kids, Central kids, all over the place. We want to try and serve as many people in the community as we can. So if they go to the website, hopefully they find something there that piques their interest and want to get their kids into soccer.
Now, let's talk about the big club, the professional club, FC Tucson. How does that work as far as the youth programs? I know that the Phoenix Rising, also up in Phoenix, has a youth program. Our co-host up at 602 Sports Talk, Brandy Shriver, her daughter belongs to that. what type of basically how do they help the younger squads other than giving them the name?
I think they help us, directly and indirectly. I think directly, the partnership that we try and have with them, where some of their players come out and occasionally talk to our kids, and some of the coaches will come out and work with our coaches and things like that. And in that sense, they directly help us because the kids are able to interact with those coaches and those players. And I think indirectly, just the fact that kids know that there's a path within Tucson that is bigger than just being a youth player.
Sure.
Obviously, we have Beaman College here, so there's a college program that's available, but it's not just college. If you have aspirations to be a professional.
That's great. So this group of kids, they're going to move up now. So they're going to go to five. I don't know what you call it. Right. Okay. Now, talking about high school, when they play for the school, obviously, like softball, one of those are, it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't exist, but it doesn't operate. And then when the high school, soccer, I believe, for girls is a fall sport, right? Is it a winter sport? Okay, so you got it right in the middle. You got the January, February, March type thing, or December, January, February. And then when they come back, do you have a good relations with the high school coaches around town? Of like, okay, this is what we taught them. So they should know this fundamental, this and that. You guys have kind of get together and talk to each other.
I'd say we try and have a good working relationship with many of them as we can, but I wouldn't say we have the most of a working relationship because some of the high school coaches are also some of our club coaches.
Okay, so that works. Sure. Right. What happened?
But it's just static, so I'm gonna try and see if this works.
Okay.
It was good in the beginning, but
So
it just
I guess we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We should be back on now. Okay. Okay, so we're back on. I apologize for that. So we're talking here to the coach of the 06 FC Tucson Black team who won the state championship. So, Coach, what's next for these girls?
Advance out of their bracket and then could potentially play in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and
Right, and then the team we had on last week, they're also going to Boise. They gave everybody a potato to kind of signify that. All right, thank you very much, Coach, for appreciating laying the foundation. We'll get the girls up here, and we'll find out exactly what their feelings were going through the tournament and getting the ultimate goal, the state championship.
Thank you.
Thank you.
was good because it was going through the iPad audio, and it sounded fine.
All right, so
So do you want to go?
Okay, so I guess we're having a little problem with one of our cables. So, no. What, just unplug that? Yeah, but then the mics don't work. Well, just keep unplugging it and plugging it back in. All right, hold on for just a second. Okay, so we are.
Do I get rid of it?
Yeah, I'll put it right here. Okay,
Testing.
so we should be on. Looks like we're doing really well here. So, okay, so don't do this because that messes up my mic. Hold it up here.
Is it?
And you guys all right?
Yeah.
You nervous?
Is it gonna work when you turn it on, or is this
It's on. It's
Hello?
on. It's on. The lights are
Hello?
kind of giving us a little bit of a
Testing.
challenge here tonight at
Testing.
Frog and Perkins. We'll try to get that fixed. Okay, so we'll start with you. Give us your name, where you go to school, and what position you play.
Okay. I'm Alana Eric, and I go to Cerrito Middle School, and I'm 13 years old, and I play forward or attacking midfield.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Known as Vic. I go to Dodge Middle School.
Go to Dodge Middle School, all
Dodge
right.
Middle School.
Okay, cool. All right. Hold on. Oh, this is ours.
I'm Karina Tapia. I go to Ridley Middle School and I play defense.
Okay, so before we go on any further, I need you to talk like this. We need your outside voice, okay?
Yes,
Not
sir.
your inside voice. Go ahead.
My name is
There you go.
Meredith Gallus. I go to Ontario Middle School. I'm 13 years old, and I play defense.
All right, so let me ask you this. Has any of you ever been a state champion before?
No.
I would say.
This is your first one?
We're going iPad audio.
No, we're not. Just
Okay, that's the only way it's gonna work. It's cable.
so.
All right, so state champion. Nobody can ever take that away from you, okay? I'm a state champion. I know that, okay? So tell me the difference between the way that as soon as the game got over and you were piling onto each other, I'm assuming at the end of the game, how did that feel to the way it feels now, kind of once it's sunk in?
Well, we definitely at the first it felt like a dream. It felt like it wasn't actually happening, and Donna scored right. And the goal was by Donna Arvisu, which we're all tackling her because it was 1-0. So, but like it still feels crazy now. Like it still feels like whoa, we're state champions. But like in the instant, it feels like you're much more than that because it was such a hard journey to get here.
Yeah, like we weren't expecting like traveling. I mean, like getting to the point we're at right now, like
Right.
state champions, and it was like
Like unreal, like a dream?
Yeah, like
Okay.
we just like.
All right, and that's that's the way it is because like you're caught up in the moment. You just won a state championship, and then when you get home, maybe the next morning, a day later, a week later, you're just like, oh my God, I'm a state champion. It just kind of sinks in.
It felt really good. I was really happy we made it that far. We worked really hard this year to make it that far, and we played extremely hard in that game. We obviously had our ups and downs, but we made it out, and we had a result. And I'm really proud of my team.
I bet. What about you?
So at the beginning of the game, I was a little nervous because
Sure.
we didn't know how it was going to turn out. But at the end, we were just really happy, and it was like unreal, and we were really excited.
You know what? Let me tell you this. If you don't have butterflies before the game, you're not ready to play. If you don't have that nervous energy, any of you, it doesn't matter what sport it is. It could be soccer, baseball, softball, football. You're not ready to go. That's what tells you you're ready to go. You got the butterflies in. And the way that Coach Candrea of the Arizona softball team is, he says to his kids, he goes, you got to make those butterflies fly straight in a row. That's how you get them from fluttering all around and just fly straight in a row, okay? So being nervous, you knew you were ready to play. and that's a good thing. And obviously 1-0. Soccer is not something that like the Sugar Skulls will win 60-40, or you know, the baseball team will win 5-3. I mean, 1-0. There's a lot of 1-0 games in soccer, especially if you got a great goalkeeper like her, or if you have good defense and stuff. So, you know, so that's really, really cool. And I'm glad you brought up the butterfly thing, because that means you were ready to play. You were ready to go out there and attack.
Okay. Well, at first it felt like just another game. Like, it felt like we were just playing a game. But then, like, the next few days, people were like, "Oh, so you're state champs," and like.
Wait. They're just like, "Oh, you're state champs."
Like, no, like they were really enthusiastic about it, but like,
Okay.
they were like, "Your state champs is pretty cool," and I was like, once people started saying it, and then when we were at the Sugar School games, they were like, "State champs, they're going off to regionals." Like, it like really sunk in then, because it showed that like everyone's like knowing like that you're gonna be state champs, you're going to regionals, and it's like showing what Tucson can like bring. Like, we're beating all these
Sure.
Phoenix teams. Like, Phoenix is supposed to like overcome. Like, they have really good teams, but like,
Well,
it's
there's a
cool.
lot more people up there.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's cool that a Tucson team can like go and show them like what we got.
And I asked the 04 team the same thing, and they said, you know, they beat the Phoenix Rising Youth Club, so that's the big soccer team up there. So it's always the Phoenix and Tucson are always going to have a rivalry, whether it's you guys, it's U of A, ASU, it's it's just you know, it's the big city against the smaller big city. So that's kind of neat that you guys can go up there and represent. Now the 04 team got potatoes after the game because they were going to go to Boise. You guys are going to go to Boise. Do you know what the significance of that is?
No.
Yeah, we both played very good as a team together, and we got to hold potatoes too. We didn't get to keep them, which sucked.
But do you know what the potatoes for though?
Yeah, we're going to Idaho.
Okay, so
Yeah, because like
Idaho's
The
state of
potato
potatoes.
list.
there you go.
State of potato.
All the French fries come from Idaho. All right, so let me ask you this, and I asked the other team this too. You guys obviously play soccer. I'm hoping that you watch soccer,
Yes.
whether it's professional or. So let me ask you this: would you rather represent your country and win a gold medal at the Olympics, or would you rather represent your country and win a World Cup?
Oh, I'll start. Okay, I would rather win a World Cup. Like, it's just like showing like you're really connecting with your team and you're still representing your country. Like, with your team, like if you're gonna play like nationally, like
There you go.
if you're gonna like play nationally, like you're gonna connect with your team a lot. You're gonna be on TV. You're gonna have all these like practice sessions, and it's just gonna be really cool to like do it with your team. Like,
Sure.
although you can do that in the like in Olympics too. Like, it's just it feels more like real. Like, I don't like not real, but I don't know how to explain.
There's no
it.
wrong
like,
answers, so we just want to
Yeah.
get your
Like,
feel.
it feels more like connected as a World Cup.
Okay, great.
I'd
She's gonna be a sport catcher. She grabs that mic. She's like, "All right, let's listen here."
okay, so I'd rather win a World Cup because it would just be a great experience
Sure.
for the whole team, and we get to share it together.
Sure.
And it'd just be a lot of fun.
I'd rather win a World Cup because that's always been a big dream of mine, is to play in the World Cup and play for our national team and to represent them.
Good answer.
Yeah, like she said, I would like a World Cup because you get to represent.
Well,
and-
you're representing in the Olympics too. You got that USA.
yeah, but like I feel like World Cup is like more like out there,
Okay.
and
Well, soccer's the most popular sport in the world.
yeah.
Okay. All right, good answer.
Well, like we're kind of repeating what Fee said. Is I don't know any Olympic names, but we all know Alex Morgan, Carly Lloyd and they're all trying to win the World Cup as a team, right? So I would rather win the World Cup, but at the same time, you're both representing your country.
Sure.
So either one is still good, but I think that the World Cup is like just
The World Cup.
yeah, it's the World Cup.
You want me to tell you the best answer I got was from the 04 team, and this was a really good answer. I didn't even think about it, but one of the girls said, when you're in the Olympics, there's other stuff going on. There's boxing, there's track and field, there's basketball, it's the Olympic Games. There's probably 30 or 40 sports going on. When you're in the World Cup, it's the World Cup. There's nothing else going on outside of it. And that was a good answer. And I thought that if you guys feel the same way, is because it's just the World Cup. The whole world's watching you. They're not like, oh yeah, this soccer game's on at 1, and at 4 o'clock we'll watch the basketball game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so speaking of World Cup and Olympians and athletes that play in the World Cup, tell me who your favorite, it doesn't have to be a soccer thing, but I'm sure it probably may be. Tell me who your favorite athlete is, somebody you look up to, you have a lot of respect for, what they do on the field, on the court, and maybe off the court. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Larry Fitzgerald plays for the Cardinals. He's an all-world receiver, but he does a lot for the Phoenix community up there with the kids and stuff like that.
Okay, my favorite is, it actually represents my number, Alex Morgan, number
There you
13. Yeah. She's just like, I've always looked up to her. Like, it's like been a dream of mine just to like become her, become like how connected she is with soccer, like how competitive she is, like how committed she is.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Um,
All right, go ahead.
okay, so I say Alex Morgan because she's just a really good role model, and I really look up to her, and she's such a great player, and she's a really good role model.
Now, speaking of role models, she's your role model, but in probably 10 or 15 years, you're going to be somebody else's role model. How does that feel?
Scary, I guess.
Scary? Okay, all right. All right, good answer.
Mine would probably be Alex Morgan. She doesn't play my position, but
Sure.
she's a really good soccer player, and she's an amazing person off the field, and she shows good examples to everybody. So I look up to her a lot.
Okay, that's good. See, I'm a little older, so I would look at like more of a Mia Hamm or something like that.
Does it really have to be like a pro?
It doesn't have to be a pro. You can whoever you want.
So my brother, Osvaldo Miranda, he plays on the.
Talk in the mic.
Um,
Be like her. Yes, and today's broadcast is brought to you by Pizza Hut.
He plays for the Pima Aztecs soccer.
And what did the Pima Aztecs just get done doing?
They just won
The national championship,
champion.
exactly. We were there at Pima when they came back from the trip, and it's on our Facebook page where they got awarded their plaque and everything. So yeah, and that's a great program over at Pima College, not only for men's soccer but women's soccer as well.
Well, one of my favorite soccer players is Mia Hamm because I think she's so inspirational and just like an amazing soccer player. But like out of soccer, like my all-time favorite is Rocky Balboa.
Okay, fictional, but I'm with
Yes.
you. Go ahead and finish, honey.
Yeah, my brother, because he's a role model right now. He, like, during middle school, he wasn't really such a good, like, he didn't care much for soccer or school.
Okay.
And, like,
What changed him?
I feel like what changed him was, like, my parents and him, like giving
Sat down and
motivation.
had the come to Jesus talk?
Yeah, like
Okay.
like motivation towards like him caring about school, soccer, sports.
Sure.
And now he's like he has like 3.7 or something like that.
How cool is that?
At school, and we're really proud of him. And like I said, he won the national.
And what's his name?
Osvaldo Miranda.
There you go. And you guys know, if you go follow Pima Aztec Sports, you definitely know who it is. You need to sit up here and be my co-host, because that was a great segue, and that's what I'm going to talk about next is school. Now, I know you're on summer vacation, and school's kind of a memory in the back room over here and stuff, but let's just kind of go back a month and just kind of pretend that you guys are still in school. Let me get my soapbox out, and your mom and dad will know what that metaphor is for, but let me get the soapbox out. You can't play sports, doesn't matter what sport, you can't play sports or even extracurricular if you're in band or dance or something like that without good grades, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Getting good grades is not to remain eligible in sports. That's not the reason to get good grades. Do we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay, getting good grades is, if you're in middle school, it prepares you for high school. If you're in high school, it prepares you for college, and getting good grades in college will prepare you for life, okay? Now, that being said, You guys are all 13, so what's that? You're gonna be freshmen next year? Eighth grade? Okay. So you're 2 years of middle school. They called it junior high when I was your age. But the 2 years of middle school, the 4 years in high school, and the 4 years in college, that's 10 years. So the next 10 years, believe me, okay, I know this, are the best years of your life, okay? Because after you get out of college, life goes downhill. You got to get a job, you're going to get married, you're going to have your own kids, and then you're going to be in the situation that your parents are in. Not that it's a bad thing, but right now you're on your parents' dime. They're paying for everything, right? Yeah. So enjoy this state championship, enjoy going to school, enjoy playing soccer for FC Tucson, because this is the best years of your life. Your parents, believe me, they will tell you they would love to be able to go back to their youth, and especially knowing what they know now, but to just experience, you guys have so much energy. You don't get tired like we do. Life is good as a kid, believe me. So I want to know, what's your best subject in school? And I don't want to say, I never say worst subject, because that's kind of a negative thought. What's your best subject in school, and what's the subject that you maybe need a little bit of work on, that mom and dad are going to sit you down over the summer and you need to get this English grade up a little bit, okay? That type of thing.
Well, the subject I think I'm best in is either math or social studies.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't, if I need help, I will always need help in all my classes sometimes,
Sure.
But the one that I probably need most help in is science.
Okay.
And
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, it's just sometimes the science I really love and sometimes I don't, so it just depends on what kind of science we're learning, because it to me it has to be somewhat interesting for me to actually pay attention in it.
I agree with you, man. I love cutting open the frogs and stuff like that, but then I didn't like taking the test.
Yeah, I didn't like astronomy or anything, but
Okay.
I love anatomy and stuff.
Sure. Okay. Okay, superstar, you're on.
Okay, so my best subject is probably math, because I just find it easier to do, and it's
Okay.
just my favorite. And then the one that I need a little work on is probably science,
Okay.
because like Meredith said, I just need to find it interesting.
Sure.
Because sometimes it just gets really boring and I don't really pay attention.
Okay. Can I give you a little tip? Kind of look at science like a practice, okay? Sometimes practices get long and grueling. You're like, oh my God, I just want to go home and eat dinner, right? Okay. Think of that in science as just like, I just got to power through this, okay? Science is what, an hour-long class?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I just got to power through this. I'm just going to do the best I can, power through it, and then I get to go. My next class is math, and I like that. So kind of look at it like a practice. We're like, say maybe you go a week and a half without a game. That's a lot of practices in between games. Practices are obviously necessary because they prepare you for the games. School is necessary because it prepares you for the next level. So just kind of look at it like that. Is that a good example?
Yeah.
All right.
I think my best subject is language arts, because I've
Okay.
always found writing. It's kind of
I like
easy
to write.
for
Maybe you
me.
can come and be a sports writer for me and 520 Sports Talk.
Yeah, I've always found writing interesting. My hardest subject for me is probably science or math, because like they said, science I never really found interesting.
Okay.
And math, I've never really had a drive to do it,
Sure. Okay. I understand that.
but I still get it done.
It's kind of funny. I didn't really care for math when I was in school, and I was okay at it. I wasn't straight A's or anything like that, but it's kind of funny. After I became an adult and I actually had to use some of that thing and draw from experience of algebra and geometry and stuff like that, I actually became good in math, and I have no explanation for it. I just, maybe the light bulb finally went on when I hit my 30s or something.
Well, I don't really have my best subject,
Okay.
but I just have to get the hang of the subjects, and then I'll start
Okay.
working hard. But the one that I really don't like is science. Science, I could sleep in that class, and I won't care. We have quizzes every Friday. Or
Okay.
I don't know, but I cheated in one or two, but like I would get good. It really didn't matter to me because I worked really hard, even though I slept in the class. Like I worked hard, and in the quizzes, like we just had.
You know your teacher may be watching.
Yeah.
No, that's, and I'll give you the same advice as I gave her. You just gotta power through it, okay? So just, you know, it's like something, a chore or something that you don't like doing at home, you know, whether, you know, it's washing the dishes or whatever your parent, you know, you may not like that chore, but your parents are giving it to you for a reason. Teach you responsibility, teach you time management, that type of thing. So you can't, I mean, most kids don't, especially your age, most kids don't like every single program or every single subject that they have. Just remember, when you get into high school, you need 2 science credits, okay? If you take them your freshman and sophomore year, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Your junior and senior, you don't need to have it, okay? Unless you want to excel in, if you want to be, you know, sports medicine, you'll want to take biology, anatomy, and physiology, that type of thing. If you want to be a scientist, obviously you want to be good in science and that type of thing. So, go ahead.
Like, I've always been a straight A student, but
Me too.
I think a
So
lot
I
of
don't
us
have any classes that are hard for me.
No, I feel like a lot of us have straight A's as soccer players because I think it's always in your head like, oh my gosh, my grades are falling. Oh, this is risking my soccer. Like, so you're always on it.
Yeah.
You're never like, oh, I have a C. No, it's fine. No, you're always like on top of it because like
Okay.
you never want to risk that.
That's
But
a good attitude.
But I think one of my best subjects is math. Because math isn't everything, and I just feel that
Sure.
math just hits me in the right spot. And just like everyone, science is not that's the subject that I would need the most help in. But for me, it's not as like just interesting because, in my opinion, I feel like science is pretty interesting. But it's just the confusing part. Like, you know, I don't always understand it. So that's
Right, and being in middle school, you're not gonna, you know, there's things that every grade gets harder for a reason.
yeah,
Because of the fact that you've already learned this. It's just like when you're a baby. Once you learn how to walk, then what's the next step? You learn how to run. Okay, so it's just a progression of life.
Right.
And once you've conquered one challenge, you get another one.
right.
But that's a great answer. Okay, so it's time for the funny questions. You guys ready?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now you guys are a travel team. You're a club team, right? So you travel. What do you need to travel? There's 2 things you need to travel: a car or vehicle, right?
And yourself.
Well, and how's the car gonna go?
Gas.
There you go. Okay. So you stop at the gas station, QT, Circle K, whatever. Okay.
T.
Maybe QT. Okay. Well, probably. What is your favorite gas station food and drink? Well, Dad's out there pumping the gas, and you're going into QT.
I don't really like drinks. Like, I'm a really picky drinker. So my favorite drink would be water.
Okay.
My favorite food would honestly be, I don't know, at QT their hot dogs are really good.
Sure.
But then I always want to get like candy, but I can't because we're usually stopping before practice.
Sure.
So like I don't want to throw up in practice.
That's not a good thing.
No. So I usually don't get anything to eat, but if I do, it'll be like Oreos or something.
Okay, good.
Okay, so usually my favorite drink is probably just like a Gatorade or something.
What color or flavor?
Blue, I think.
Blue, light blue, dark blue. Wow, we're
Light,
getting specific here on the 5
light blue.
There you go.
And then my favorite snack is probably Twizzlers.
Twizzlers,
Yeah.
all right.
Disgusting.
I like when we go. I like to get white Gatorade and
White, you mean clear?
no, like the Glacier Cherry
Oh,
Gatorade,
okay. All right, I've seen that.
and then I like to get hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos, okay. Very nutritious.
I really just get like the blueberry icing as a drink, and
Okay.
then for food, I would say like there's like fruits in the refrigerators.
Sure.
That's what I get. Just,
Wow, I've never had that answer here on the 5 Fields
very
Sports
healthy.
Talk Show. Very nice.
Like, yeah.
For drinks, I usually do the Glacier Cherry
Okay.
Gatorade. That's my favorite. And for food, I agree with Meredith. QT's hot dogs are pretty
QT's
good.
hot dogs are the bomb.
Yeah.
Come on now.
But it also depends if it's before or after a game, you know, because it's
Sure, that makes a
After a
difference.
game, you gotta get chocolate milk.
chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, parents, and this is, I grew up doing EMS and medical stuff. Chocolate milk, you can ask any sports medicine person, any physical therapist, any sports doctor, is the best thing to drink for tired and sore muscles. There's something in the cocoa bean that revitalizes your muscles in there, and that's a fact. So that was a good point. Maybe you should be up here and you, and I'll just sit over there and you can ask me questions.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay, so this is a fun group. It's not a school night, right?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you one more question. If you could be anything that flew, walked on land, or swam in the oceans of lake, animal, bird, reptile, whatever, what would you be?
Oh, Willie, you can start.
Okay.
That's a hard one.
That's why they pay me the big money.
Well, like my favorite animal is probably like an otter
Okay.
But like I don't know if I would want to be an otter. I'm trying to think. Why'd you put me first? I have no idea.
I don't want to go first.
Somebody's got to go first.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
No. Okay, so my like all-time favorite animal is a lion. I have like 3 stuffed animals. Guys, I know I'm 13, but I still have stuffed animals.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But like that's like my all-time favorite animal.
So let's break this down a little bit. Do you want to be the female lion that goes out and hunts and kills everything, or do you want to be the lazy old male one who's just like, bring me some food, I'm going to hang out here?
Yeah, the lazy old man.
Okay. All right.
I want to be a monkey.
Okay. This ought to be interesting.
Oh, I don't know. Monkeys are my favorite animal.
You would probably fall off the tree.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Is it like a spider monkey or
Yeah,
a baboon,
spider monkey.
Okay, all right. So you like swinging around and everything up on the top treetops? Okay, good answer.
Here,
Okay, I'm ready for your answer.
Okay. It's sort of hard. I don't know, maybe like a dolphin or something.
Sure, that's
I
a
don't
good
know. Because I just like the ocean and
Well, they don't have too many enemies because they can beat up sharks. So
yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
a dolphin.
Oh.
That's a good answer.
I know what my answer is. Okay.
Okay, after
like-
much deliberation.
Yes. It's like I would want to be a shark, but not just any shark. I want to be
Okay.
the shark from Nemo, like the really nice shark.
Okay.
Like, cause like they first of all.
Yeah, dude, you would have to eat like fish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's kind of like
But in the
Nemo.
movie, he doesn't eat Nemo.
But still,
Yeah, and then he doesn't.
Yeah, so there.
Okay, well, first of all, they like can move around and like they don't have like bones. They have like cartilage. They can just
Right.
like move around.
And they
So-
don't sleep either. I mean,
Yeah.
they're always moving.
yeah, so like that's pretty cool.
That is a good answer. Okay.
you would get tired. of
Okay,
not-
so we're gonna finish up with this group, get the next group on, but I'm gonna give you a chance to shout out. I talked to you before the show about this being a nationwide broadcast, so if there's anybody that you want to shout out to, and they can be here at Frog and Firkin, or they can be anywhere in the nation, here's your opportunity.
Oh. All right, you start.
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I would give a shout out to my cousin Imani.
Okay.
She goes to Louisiana. She plays volleyball, and she got an academic and athletic scholarship, and she's a big role model to me.
All right, that's great. Is she watching? Did you text her?
No.
Come on now. Go ahead.
Me? Well, I know that I would give a shout out to my 2 aunts, Kathy and Kelsey. One of them became a lawyer, and one of them actively serves
Cool.
military.
Mad respect for that.
And just a shout out that I love you and I miss you because they live in Virginia and Omaha.
Did you text them?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they're watching.
Thank you for tuning in. All right, good answers. Who's next?
I'll go. So I want to give a shout out first of all to our team, like being so like committed for our team, like you know. And then I want to give a shout out to my grandparents, Nani and Papa. They literally support me on every little thing I do.
Sure.
And they like always have food for me, so
And they spoil you, I'm sure.
yeah.
Atta girl.
Okay, I go. I'll give a big shout out to my mom. You guys, okay, my mom, my grandparents in Mexico, all my family in Mexico,
Cool.
and
And they can also watch this.
yeah, my uncle in Ohio, and all my friends and all you guys like here in Frogs and
All right.
Firkin.
Frog and Firkin.
Thank you all for supporting, and yeah.
Good answer.
Okay.
Okay, Hotshot.
All right. So I want to give a shout out to my family and my sisters, and I want to shout out to the whole team. Congratulations for winning. And I want to give a shout out to our coach Niels. I don't know if he's watching, but yeah, and Roberto. I don't know if they're watching, but I hope they are, and they're just a big part of our team.
Now that's a good point. If you guys, parents out there, people watching that are associated with the 06 team, please feel free to share this to your own page, to the team page. The 04 team got 1,000 views. If you can get 1,000 views or more, you're in the big time in 520 Sports Talk. Okay. I don't have any bad shows because I don't have bad kids on my show. Okay, but the more you get, the cooler you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so share.
Let's go, more than 1,000.
That's right. All right, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. It's my honor. This is all about you guys. It's my honor to have you on the show.
Thank you for coming.
State champions right here. All right.
Yes.
The FC Tucson Black 06 state champions, ready to go to Boise to not only represent Tucson, but the whole state of Arizona for regionals. So let's get behind them, and good luck on the next step because you guys aren't done yet, okay? You want to go all the way and be the national champions, all right? Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, so while we're changing up groups, let's get more of our sponsors. Catalina Auto Recycling, why buy new when used will do? For all your automotive parts and needs, go to CatalinaRecycling.com. I just got an engine put in my 350Z from Catalina Recycling, and believe me, this thing is fast. I got to really watch it on your ticket. So definitely check it out. If you think about it, all parts are used in a car once you drive it off the showroom floor. So definitely check it out. You'll have a lot of fun, and you'll also save a lot of money. Arizona Lending Specialist. Contact Mo, the mortgage lady, at 520-510-6698. For the lowest rates in Tucson, she will beat the Sun Streets, the Nova Home Loans. She'll give you a better mortgage figure than those guys will. Excuse me. Jim Miller State Farm, located in Continental Ranch at Wade and Silverbell. Actually, he's going to be moving up the street to Coach Line in Silverbell, I believe this week. He's your one-stop shop for life, auto, home, renters, insurance. Look for the red VW outside of his office and go bug him for a quote. Tuller Trophy, 2 convenient locations to serve you, 6th Street and 6th Avenue, and the 5700 block of East 22nd Street. Tucson's original trophy and award center. Go to TullerTrophy.com. Chiba Hut, located at 1840 East 6th Street, right across from Arizona Stadium. Seriously, if you guys never eaten there, they have the best toasted sandwiches in town. And remember, nothing's fried except for the occasional customer. First Heritage Realty, the A to B team with Brittany Palma. Brittany's in China right now. I spoke with her, I texted her today. We're going to have our annual female bodybuilding, fitness, and pole show here at the end of June. So definitely you want to check that out. A bunch of great ladies. Some of them work on the fire department. Some of them are personal trainers. Brittany, for instance, runs First Heritage Realty. If you're looking for a house, condo, townhouse, or just land, just call her at 520-270-7958. And remember, move the healthy way. Oasis Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your units are in tip-top shape by calling David Murrieta at 520-648-1755. And New Stitch Embroidery, just located just north of Pueblo High School. at 3114 South 12th Avenue for all your silk screening, embroidery, fabric printing. Call them. They do our shirts here. These look good. At 520-741-1070. And our brand new sponsor, and I'm sure you guys out here can appreciate this, Pat's Chili Dogs. Come on, who doesn't like Pat's Chili Dogs? And now they're one of the sponsors for 520 Sports Talk. They've been around since God was a kid. I believe they started in 1962, which is probably before any of us here were born except for me. And go check them out. They have the best Chili Dogs burgers. Their fries are unreal. They're not the healthiest thing, but they taste good. So check out Pat's Chili Dog. All right, ladies, how are you? Excuse me, state champions, how are you? Good. All right, good? You're just like, yeah, we're good. We're state champions.
We're great.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so we're going to start with you. Give us your name, where you go to school, and what position you play.
My name is Dana Arvizu. I go to Gallego Intermediate, and my position is forward or midfielder.
Okay.
My name is Isabel Ordonez, and I go to SSA, which is a school inside base.
Okay.
And I am a defender.
All right.
My name's Samantha Mendez. I go to Mansfield Middle School and play midfield.
So you're just over here behind Frog and Firkin, huh? All right.
I'm Avery Mitchell. I go to Espera Canyon, and I play forward.
Okay.
I'm Shania Walters, and I go to Corona Fit Hills Middle School, and I play center back.
Terrific. All right. Well, I'm glad to have you guys on the show. It's my honor to have you. I'm going to ask you the same question as I asked the first group. Tell me the difference in the feeling of when that game was over and you guys are all piling on each other and you're like, we're state champions, till right now when you've had a chance to process it and it's finally sunk in. What's the difference in the feeling? We'll start with you.
So, like, in the beginning, of course, I was, like, nervous.
Sure.
And then at the end when the referee blew the final whistle, I was, like, so excited. And then now I'm still excited because
Sure.
like, every time when I get in the car with my mom, I'm like screaming like, Mom, I'm state champion. I can't wait to go to Idaho.
Isn't that cool?
And stuff like that, yeah.
When it first happened, it was like, yeah, we're state champs. Like, that's cool. But, like, it didn't really, like, feel like we were going to go to Idaho. It didn't
Sure.
feel like we were going to move on. But now that I, like, had time to, like, process and think about it, like, it's pretty amazing that we're going to go to Idaho.
It's cool, isn't it? All right.
Like the beginning of the game, I was a little bit nervous, and then after, like, I couldn't believe it that we were state champs and we were going to Idaho.
That is so cool.
Also the same. In the beginning, I was like really nervous because anything could happen, but I really had hope that we were gonna win. And after, I was like, oh, we're state champions,
Sure.
and I was like excited because it's like the farthest we've
Sure.
gone for Idaho.
And nobody can take that away from
Yeah.
you. Uh-huh. Good answer.
At first, I was really nervous.
Okay.
Because I thought, like, there was going to be lots of pressure on us and stuff.
Sure.
But it was, while the game was happening, it was, like, really fun. And when it all ended, I was really happy. And I was proud of the whole team.
That's great. Now let me ask you a couple questions, okay? You guys won 1-0, correct? Who scored the goal? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now, next question. Who was on the bottom of the pile when you guys all jumped on top of each other?
Nobody really knew.
Yeah.
Nobody knew. It was just legs and arms flailing all around. Okay, all right. I'd like to see a picture of that. All right, so it's cool being state champions, and it's cool to beat a Phoenix team, but you know what the coolest part is? And I know because I'm a state champion from high school, is when you get to be my age and you see somebody in Fry's or Bash's or 7-Eleven or QT and you know you played against them, it's like, yeah, I'm a state champion. That's what you do. You're like, yeah, okay, I remember you. Didn't we beat you? That memory will never, ever, ever leave you. And believe me, you can ask your parents this. The older you get, the legend grows, okay? I mean, by the time you're my age, you probably won 12-0, and, and just the legend gets bigger and bigger. But that's great. I mean, and especially at your age, being 13-year-olds, to be a state champion. I had to wait till I was a senior in high school, but it's just it's a good feeling. And, you know, it's a proud feeling. You guys put a lot of hard work into into becoming a state champ. And it's not just the games; it's all the hard work, all the sweat that you put in at practice. Because if you don't practice well, you're not going to play well. It's not like a light switch where you can turn it on and off. You go like, oh, I'll just kind of breeze through practice and then I'll just really turn it on in the game. It doesn't work like that, and you guys know that. So let me ask you this. I think the coach is gone. I don't think you'll get in trouble. So tell me what drill in practice that you absolutely don't like.
Well, it's like not really a drill, but like sometimes if we lose,
Sure.
we have to like do a lot of running. and I'm
Sure,
like,
sure.
Even though I'm a soccer
Running's
player,
always a
I don't
punishment.
like
Just
running.
that's just how it is.
And like we have to do like suicides, and you have to like run back and
Sure.
forth and back and
I know
forth.
what that is.
Even though it's like very helpful to us, it's like I want this to be done by now.
It's a pain in the rear.
Yeah.
All right. Good answer.
I don't really know which one I don't like. Like fitness isn't kind of like a drill. It's just kind of like something that makes you better, but it's also used as a punishment.
Isn't that
So-
funny? It's kind of ironic,
But
isn't it?
I don't like when we do the little warm-ups where we like zigzag through. That
Okay.
kind of hurts my knees because I have knee problems.
Okay.
Even though fitness isn't a drill, but like it can be tiring, but it helps us during games.
Mhm.
One of the drills that I don't like would be when we have to like switch back and forth. If like you lose the ball, you have to switch to the other side.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
So same as everyone else, I don't like fitness. It's like helpful, but
I play soccer, but I don't like fitness.
but it's not very fun to do. And I don't like the drills we have to do where
Okay.
you have to zigzag
Sure.
and do all those
But you
things.
realize that those are helpful.
Yeah.
There you go.
The same as everyone, and the same as my teammate Sam said. I don't like that one drill where like if you lose the ball on the side, then you have to run to the
You
other
have to go
side.
on defense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound like a drill fun. But as you all realize, those are, and just like in life, when your parents make you do something you don't want to do, it's to help you out. It's to teach you responsibility. It's to teach you time management. It's to teach you consistency. Am I right, parents? Okay. So there's always a method to the madness, whether you're a parent, a coach, a school teacher, a principal. It's because they want what's best for you, and they want you to turn out better than everybody wants their kids to turn out better than they were, and that's just how it is. So let me ask you this: you guys having fun?
Yes.
Okay. What's the most important thing about playing soccer? And we'll take winning right off the table. Okay. What's the very most important thing?
Enjoying the time that you're like, just enjoying it in general.
I don't even need another answer. Having fun, right? Because if you don't have fun, you're just going through the motions. You know, I was a 3-sport athlete. I played football, basketball, and baseball, okay? I liked playing football the best because I liked hitting people. It was fun. Especially when I look out on the ground, I'm like, you better make yourself comfortable down there because you're going to be down there all game. But I was better at basketball. And then baseball, I was good defensively. I could throw guys out from the plate from the outfield, but I couldn't hit a curveball. So that I gave up baseball first because when you quit having fun, when you stop having fun, then it's time to look for something else. But what I want to talk to you guys about is I know you get a little bit of a break and you do have long practices, but I have a lot of friends that are sports medicine doctors and physical therapists and that type of thing. Is they're finding out that kids your age in high school and stuff are getting injuries that our generation didn't get because there wasn't club teams. We didn't play the same sport year round. We went from a fall sport to a winter sport to a spring sport using different muscles. I'm going to use different muscles in football than I am in baseball. I'm going to use different muscles in basketball than I am in track. But all of them work together to make your body whole. So it's a good idea to do something. You don't have to get into a competitive league, but on a day off, go down to the park and shoot baskets. Do the aerobics, do the jumping. That's something that you don't get a lot of in soccer. Work your upper body, okay? Play racquetball. Racquetball is one of the best sports for anything, for football, basketball, soccer, because it teaches you really good lateral movement, very quick back and forth and stuff. So like I said, you don't have to sign up for a league and stuff, but just make sure you're using your other muscles, because the last thing that I want, your parents want, your coaches want, is for you at 13 to sit there and pull, tear an ACL, pop an Achilles, that type of thing, because that kind of just makes your athletic career go down the drain. So just kind of exercise your whole body when you're not doing soccer. Does everybody agree with that? Okay, I'll put my soapbox away. All right. I want to know who the biggest influence in your life is and why you look up to them. It could be your parents, it could be a teacher, it could be a sports person, something like that.
So it would definitely be my mom, because she supports me throughout everything, and she sacrifices a lot
Isn't that
for
cool?
me to be like where I am
Is that
today.
your mom?
Yeah.
Right on, Mom.
So.
And you turned out great, so she's doing a great job.
My influence is probably my mom and my dad, because my
Okay.
mom has like always supported me, and so has my dad. But my dad also like played soccer, so he has experience.
Cool.
And my mom kind of played soccer, also, but
Okay,
she
how
always
do you kind of play soccer?
she played for a little bit, but then her first time she kind of got the whole defensive line to start picking daisies.
Okay, all right. That's kind of playing soccer. Go ahead.
I look up to my mom and dad because my mom been with me and supported me. My dad, he made me fight through a lot. Even though he played football, he knew how it was.
Well, just tell me, say, Dad, you played football and I played football.
Well, I look up to my mom and my dad because they're always like sacrificing things to, like, if I don't want to go to practice one day because I'm like
Because you're lazy?
Yeah.
Okay, and it all happens. It's nothing that you're not the only one.
they will tell me that I have to get up
Sure.
and get myself ready because I know that they want me to learn more and learn from my mistakes. And
Isn't that cool how that works,
Yeah.
though?
And-
And thank you for saying that, because that's going to lead me to the funny question for you guys.
okay.
The person I look up to the most would be like my brothers.
Okay.
But like my mom and dad help me a lot. My dad always takes me to practice and like he makes sure that I do good in every soccer
Sure.
game.
Are
And
your
then
brothers older or younger than you?
They're older than me.
Did they
and-
beat you up?
No.
Okay.
But they were both state champions as well.
All right, runs in the
And-
family then.
yeah.
Now you're a state champ.
And then my mom always tells me like to get right back up and to know how to lose because there will always be a winner and there will always be a loser.
You know what? That is so important, and that's a great lesson from your mom because David Adams, who couldn't be here tonight, but he's my normal co-host. He was all city at Sunnyside, all state. He was all Pac-10 back in the day at the University of Arizona, and he played for the Dallas Cowboys and Los Angeles Rams. So I mean, he had a very fulfilling and long athletic career, and he's the first one that will tell you you're going to learn more from a loss than you are a win. Does everybody agree with that? Because there's a reason you lose. You didn't do this right. You had a couple of mental errors. You missed a kick, that type of thing. Where if you win, the team makes mistakes. So it's not really a perfect game, but you won. So you powered up by. You did enough to do whatever you did to come out victorious. But when you lose, there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from a loss. It's like, wow, I didn't defend my guy as much as I should have, or I missed that corner kick, or if you're a goalie, it's like, man, if I would have been 2 inches higher, I could have saved that ball. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from a loss. So you want to look at a loss. It's not fun to lose. Nobody likes to lose, but you want to look at it as a loss is now I know what I need to do next time so we don't lose. And that plays into if you play a team more than once. If you play them twice, you lose the first time, you go back to that game and you're like, okay, you break down the film. This is why we lost. You were out of position here. You missed this. And it's not picking on anybody. It's just learning the nuances and the fundamentals of the game. So the next time you play them, it's very, very hard to beat a team twice. You all agree? Even if you win, the next time you play that same team, they're going to be the same way. Okay, now we know what we need to do to beat you. It's harder the second time to win. Agreed? All right. How are we doing?
Funny question.
Funny question, and thank you for bringing that up. This is a situational question, okay? So There's no wrong answers to any of these questions. I just like to kind of throw these at you to see where your mindset is, okay? Okay. You know, you said your mom wakes you up, you don't want to go and stuff like that. Actually, let me back up. I want to thank the moms out there. I just did my numbers for 520 Sports Talk. We have almost 6,100 followers. We're almost 3 years old. Next month in June, we'll be 3 years old. 58% of those followers are women. 42 are men. And the reason is you're the soccer moms, the softball moms, the volleyball moms, the youth football moms, that type of thing. You take these kids to practice. You make sure that they have what they need to be successful. And I want to thank you guys. The dads love us too. But we got to get more dads, man. You're at 42%. The moms are kicking your butt. So, you know, if you haven't liked the page, give me a thumbs up or give me a follow. Actually, we like followers. We like likes, but a follower is nice because if I put something on the page, it's going to go right to your page. You're going to see it if we cover U of A softball, women's basketball, the Pima sports, high school, youth football, that type of thing. So we want to thank you for that. So getting back, your mom gets you up, you don't want to go. Okay, it's a Saturday. It's one Saturday a month that you don't have practice. What do you want to do? You want to sleep in till like noon, right? Okay, your mom's not going to let you do that, okay? She wants to go yard sailing. You ever done that? Where you go out to the yard sales and you get things that people don't want and everything? It's fun for adults. It's not really fun for kids, okay? She drags you in your car. Of course, you've got your iPad or your phone, so you're playing on it. Or you're probably going like this as she's driving down the road because you don't want your friends seeing you going yard sailing, right? Okay. So you pull up, and you got to go early, right, moms? You got to go early to these yard sales because you got to get the big deals. So she pulls up to a house. You're going to sit in the car, play games on your iPad or your phone or whatever. You look out the corner of your eye. She's standing next to the ugliest vase you've ever seen in your life. Just ugly. Okay? Guess what? She buys it. And you're like, oh, geez. Guess who gets to carry it home on the way because she's driving, huh? You do, right? So now you're really going like this as you drive past your friend's house because you don't want to see him with the ugly vase. So you park in your driveway. Your mom gets out. You get out, but you stumble. And the vase hits the concrete and breaks. First reaction is you're going to look at your mom and you're going to have like deer in the headlights. You're going to like, right? As you turn around, there's a genie standing in the driveway. Now, this isn't a regular genie. This is kind of a Walmart genie, okay? You only get 2 wishes, okay? You do get that 3rd wish, but you got to give it away to somebody. So what 2 wishes would you like for yourself, and who would you give that 3rd wish away to? Sure.
The 3rd wish would go to my little sister.
Okay.
And then my 1st wish would be that we do good in regionals.
Okay, good.
And then
good wish.
my 1st wish is to like go really far in like the soccer career.
Okay, good. Good answer.
So the 3rd wish, I would give it to my mom.
Because you broke her vase.
Yeah. And the 1st wish I would have, it would be the same as Donna's, to go far
Okay.
in the career of soccer. And my 2nd wish would to not have bad luck.
There you go. Good answer.
I'll give my 3rd wish to my sisters.
Okay.
And my 1st wish is to, what she said, to go far in regionals.
Okay.
And my 2nd wish is to help many people as much as possible.
Good wish.
My 3rd wish would probably go to my mom. And
Because you
then
broke her vase.
maybe.
Maybe.
And then my 1st wish would probably be to also go far in regionals.
Okay.
And in soccer in general. And then my 2nd wish would probably be to get a horse because I've always wanted one.
That's a cool wish. I don't think we've ever had a horse, have we, Mr. Producer? All right.
Also, I would have wished for more wishes, if possible.
Well, you can't do that because it's a Walmart genie. Okay, Hotshot.
So I'd give my third wish, maybe to my mom.
Maybe to your mom.
Maybe to my mom.
Okay.
Then my second wish would definitely for like the regionals thing.
Okay.
Because, like, that's a big thing.
Okay.
And like my first wish, I'd probably like wish for my mom to let me get another dog because I love dogs.
All
And
right.
she'll let me get another one. So
What kind of dog do you have now?
I have a poodle.
Okay.
An old
You know the
poodle.
best dogs to get, and I got 3 of them? I call them my death row dogs. Get a rescue dog from Pima Animal Care. They're the best dogs. And I'd like to be a fly in the car on the way home. You didn't give me your first wish. No, there's no wrong answers, and we really appreciate what you guys do. So do we have time to give them a second quick one? Okay. All right, so my producer, Pearson Sturdivant, who is a great golfer, he's a freshman, and he's on the varsity team at Sabino. So he gave me a good idea. Today, I didn't know this, today is National Burger Day. Okay, so in honor of National Burger Day, I want to know what's your favorite place to go for a hamburger? And hopefully none of you are vegetarians.
My favorite place would be In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite place is In-N-Out too.
Love these girls.
Oh, my favorite place would be Cane's for a burger.
Cane's, I didn't think Cane's had burgers. They just had chicken fingers or something. They have like 3 things on their menu: drink, fry, and chicken fingers. But it is good. Go ahead, honey.
Mine would probably be Texas Roadhouse because they have thick burgers.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's a great answer. Yeah, their burgers are pretty bomb.
I like homemade burgers.
Okay, so you're just going to go down to Fry's or Bax's or Safeway and grab yourself some ground sirloin and just go out and cook it on the thing? That's a good answer. That's a good. Did you cook burgers over Memorial Day weekend?
No,
What did you have?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It was yesterday. I love these kids. This is why I do this show. All right, so we're going to give you a chance to shout out, and then we'll bring on the last group. Anybody in the world or, in America, whether they're here at Frog and Firkin or they're in a different city or state, here's your chance to say hi. You want me to start with you?
I say hi to all my family.
Okay, good deal.
I say hi to all my family too.
Okay. Does everybody live in town here? Okay,
I shout out my family, friends, and coaches.
good answer.
I shout out to the people in Oregon probably watching this.
Are they ducks or beavers?
I have no clue.
Well, University of Oregon's the ducks and Oregon State's the beavers. So do they live in Corvallis or Eugene or somewhere close to there?
I'm gonna make a wild guess and say ducks.
Okay, all right.
Give a shout out to my family, all my family that's watching.
Sure.
And all my family that's standing right here.
So do you have family that's out of town that's watching?
I have an uncle who lives in Denver, so.
There you go. We love Denver.
Hi.
We love Denver. It's a little cold, but we love it. All right, girls, thank you very much. It's my honor to have you here as state champions, and nobody can ever take that away from you. So congratulations, but you guys aren't done yet, okay? Don't rest on your laurels. You got state champions, put that behind you. You want to be regional champions, and then you want to be national champions. So good luck to you. Have your coaches, have your parents send us pictures. You can send them at 520sportstalk@gmail.com, or after the show I can give you one of my business cards and you can text me on my phone number. So thank you very much for being here, and we really appreciate your time that you spent with us tonight. All right, thank you guys. We got one more sponsor, and this is a brand new sponsor that we didn't get to, and that's Dynamic Comfort Air Conditioning and Heating, where your comfort is our only concern. Call them at 520-323-0088. Now is the time of the year that you want to make sure that air conditioning is working right. This May weather, it's really nice right now, but believe me, in a couple of weeks, we're going to probably be in the 100 degrees, and that's the last thing you want is to have a hot house. So definitely call Dynamic Comfort and Air Conditioning. All right. Is there 3 or 4 of you? Oh, 4? Okay. So let me ask you this. Did we save the best for last? What? There we go. All right. So if I start with you, give us your name, where you go to school, and what position you play.
My name is Quinn Rustin, and I go to school at Emily Gray Junior High.
Okay, you probably know his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I play midfield.
All right.
My name is Alyssa Gary. I go to school at Emily Gray as well, and I play left back.
All right.
My name's Ezra Valdez. I go to Lehman Academy in Marana, and I play forward.
I'm a Marana Knight, or whatever you call it. We just call it the M, right? You're living in the M. There we go.
My name is Gabby Mendoza. I go to La Paloma Academy, and I play forward.
Okay, so I couldn't really hear you because you're not using your outside voice.
My name is Gabriela Mendoza. I go to La Paloma Academy. My name...
In what position you
I
play,
play
honey?
forward.
There you go. All right. Okay. State champs, how does it feel? Pretty cool, huh? All right, so I'll ask you the same question I asked the other groups. What's the difference in the feeling when you're all piling on top of each other when the game ended to now where it's kind of sunk in? It's just like, I'm a state champion.
It's just like, I just felt really happy, and like, I can't like believe that we are champions.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
It felt great when the time was really happening, and now that everyone like sees us as champs, it feels more like that we can do anything, honestly.
Okay, so you guys go to Emily Gray, right? So you're walking around Emily Gray like, that's right, I'm a state champ. To all the other people that don't play soccer, is that what it is? Come on, you can be honest with me. You can talk a little smack, you're state champs.
I like showing off my soccer
There you
skill.
go, that's what I like to hear. All right.
It's just crazy knowing that we've come so far, and just all the hard work and dedication we put in.
You know what's crazier is you're not done. Yeah, that's what's crazy.
It feels good to because we get recognized that we won.
Sure.
And it's awesome. It feels good to win.
Okay, so let me take this one step further. Do your friends treat you different now that you're, or friends or family or teachers treat you different now that you're state champs?
Kinda.
And how so?
I don't know, they,
A little bit more respect?
Yeah.
Don't have to take the trash out as many times during the week?
Yeah.
All right, good deal, good answer.
Not necessarily. I mean, they were proud of me the first 2 days. Now they're like, oh, well, let's not go against her again in soccer, again in PE, because they know that. Yeah.
So your parents are like, yeah, you're state champ, still take out the trash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, the first few days, my brothers and were respecting me, but now it's just regular.
Now it's back to normal?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I can appreciate that.
They don't really, but just like they said, the first few days, my whole family was really proud.
It kind of wears off. It wears off on everybody else except for you guys, right? Because nobody can ever take that away from you. You are state of Arizona champions, okay? But just remember, you're not done. You want to be Western Regional champions, and then you want to be national champions, okay? So the work continues, all right? So when I win a big game, my coach is like, you got 24 hours to celebrate it, and then you put that behind you, and you move on, okay? It's always going to be there. Nobody's going to take it away from you, but you've got bigger goals now to achieve, correct? Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you guys watch other sports besides soccer? Okay, so you guys are just true athletes. You watch men's and women's sports? Okay. So let me ask you this. Who's your favorite athlete in any sport? It can be soccer, but it doesn't have to be. You can go first. How'd you like that no-look pass? Pretty cool, huh?
I like between Messi and Ronaldo.
Okay.
Ronaldo has good playing skills, but his personality is kind of selfish. But Messi
Right.
is just good all around. So.
Good answer.
Yeah, I would have to say Messi too.
Messi's a
Yeah.
great player.
Yeah.
I would say Tobin Heath because she has a lot of heart and passion on the field.
Sure.
And it's not only that she's hungry for more, but she has a good time doing it, and that really inspires me.
Okay, that's a good answer.
One of my favorite players is Alex Morgan because
Good answer.
she's like really fast and good.
Now, I'm going to ask you the same thing as I asked the other groups. What's the most important thing about playing sports? It doesn't have to be soccer, just any sport.
That you have good communication and you work well with your team.
That's a part, but that's not the most important.
To have fun.
There you go. Have fun. Okay, be a kid. Have fun. I mean, you're going to learn. These coaches and your parents are going to set you up for success. But at the end of the day, if you dread going out to that soccer field, there's not really a reason to play soccer, right? You got to have fun, whether you're a soccer player, a football player, softball, basketball, is having fun. And that's the coolest thing about being a kid is you have fun, okay? Enjoy these kid years, believe me, because a lot changes once you get out of college, all right? So let me ask you this. What other sports do you like to play? I'm not saying you have to get into a league or anything like that, but what other sports interest you?
I like to play basketball because
Okay, why?
it's just like really fun.
You're a good shooter?
Kind of. Not really.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you shoot better from far away or close?
Close.
Close, okay. I think the lights are possessed here. I'm not sure.
I like to play softball
How
and
about turning those ones on? Go ahead.
I like to play softball because
It's a good sport.
my cousins did it and I grew up playing baseball, so now I'm in
Softball's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's a good answer.
For 4 to 5 years, I played club softball, and I
Cool.
quit because soccer got so competitive. I've played on a basketball team and flag football team, but that's
Man,
about
you're
it.
just a true jock, aren't you? Right here. All right. That's
It's all
good.
thanks to my brother because
That's a good role model. You know what? And then playing other sports is very important. Go ahead.
I would have to say volleyball.
Volleyball's a good sport.
Because a lot of people at my school play volleyball, and they not made me, but they asked me to play with
Encouraged
them.
you?
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
I would play with them, and I had a lot of fun.
Now, have you played both indoor and beach volleyball?
No.
Try beach volleyball. It's a lot harder, but it's a lot of fun because you're outside, you're on sand. You can't jump as high because you're on sand, but it really works your leg muscles. And there's only 2 people on each side.
Yeah.
So you're not, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but it's a really, really good game. Growing up in California, we surfed and we played volleyball. That was and we ate In-N-Out burgers. That's just part of being a Californian. So all good answers. And as far as playing other sports, it's very, very important because you want to exercise those muscles that you don't get exercised in soccer, which is basically what? Your upper body, unless you're a goalie, right? Because you can't use your hands. So playing basketball is going to help your arms. It's going to also help your aerobics and help your stamina. Playing volleyball, once again, up and down, jumping and stuff, it's going to help you. Softball, you're chasing after the ball, you're throwing the ball, you're using your arms. So those are all good sports to play, even though you play soccer. It's because of the fact that you want to exercise your whole body. Is everybody with me on that? Okay. Let's talk about school for a second. I know it's over and everything, and you don't want to talk about it, but this is my show. No, I'm just kidding. So I want to know what subject you did the best on in school and what subject that maybe mom and dad are going to sit you down during the summer and say, you need to get your grade up a little bit better on this one. Yep, you can start.
I really liked math.
Okay.
I was always on top of math and writing. And reading, I love reading, but I never really have the time to do it.
Sure.
So,
that's a good point because kids your age, I notice, don't read a lot.
yeah.
They want to see everything in front of them on TV, and that's, to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons my show is popular. You can read about the FC Tucson 06 black team. Yeah, we won the state champions, but isn't it cooler to watch them on the screen? So, but reading is important. That's a good answer.
My favorite subject is math.
Okay.
And then I don't like reading, so that would be my least favorite.
Okay, so you guys need to study together then, right?
I love history. It's just fun to learn about the history of
Isn't that
everything.
cool? I like
Yeah.
history.
And my history teacher was awesome. I really need to work on logic, which I know a lot of schools don't do.
Mhm.
But honestly, I just hate logic.
Logic's good though because it teaches you cognitive thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going to teach you how to make good decisions, why you're making that decision, because it's logical, that type of thing. So, good answer.
My favorite would have to be science, and then
Okay.
my least would be writing because I suck at writing.
You probably don't suck at writing. You probably just need a little help.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Okay, so I know you guys are only in middle school, but I'm going to give you kind of a future question, okay? I know how much you guys love the game of soccer. You're state champions. I mean, you know, you obviously really excel in it. You love to play it. It's fun. Tell me, would you like to play soccer in college? And if so, what would be your dream school to go to?
I would really love to play soccer in college, and
Okay.
I would probably want to go to the U of A maybe.
Tony Amato is a great soccer coach. We cover soccer here at the U of A.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
For sure I want to play soccer, and that's the school I would want to go to, U of A.
You know, some of the games I think are free. I mean, you can go. It's a fall sport. I mean, it's a fall sport. They play at the same time the football guys are playing. So, right over at Rincon Vista, where the track and field is, off of Tucson Boulevard and Plummer, between Broadway and 22nd, is the soccer stadium, the Mulcahy Soccer Stadium for the U of A. Have your parents take you down there and really watch how the girls play, the college girls, and it's fun to watch. You're probably going to learn some stuff, but Tony Amato is a fantastic coach, and the U of A is really lucky to have him.
I would like to be a coach or a medical trainer for soccer.
Okay. And what school would you like to coach at?
The U of A.
There you go. Tony, your job may be in jeopardy in about 10 years.
I would like to play soccer when I'm in college at U of A too.
All right. Well, we've got 4 future Wildcats here, and I'm sure that the recruiters will be knocking at your door once you finish your senior year in college or in high school. So those are good answers. So let me ask you one more question, then we'll go to the funny questions. Okay. Gold medal in the Olympics or World Cup champions? Which would you rather be?
I would rather win a World Cup because it's bigger, and I think more people would watch it.
Sure.
Yeah, I would rather win a World Cup because the Olympics is for your country, but
So is the World Cup.
yeah, and the World Cup is, like she said, bigger and more people.
Sure. Whole world's watching.
Yeah, I double that, but yeah, World Cup because
Okay.
it's just bigger and better.
Sure.
I do World Cup because Olympics, there's a lot of sports going on, so I would like to have one sport at a time.
Okay. Now, you know that a lot of people that play in the World Cup also play for their country in the Olympics, so you can do both. Well, wouldn't that be cool? I don't know what they give you as far as individually for a World Cup champion, but I know if you win an Olympic gold medal, everybody on the team gets a gold medal, and that's pretty cool. So, all right, you guys ready for the funny question? Okay. Give me your 2 favorite places to eat. It could be fast food, it could be a restaurant, and you got to get rid of one the rest of your life. You got to see these faces; they're comical. Who's going to go first? Okay.
My 2 favorite places would probably be E.G.'s and Chick-fil-A.
Okay, and which one are you going to get rid of?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A loses. All right, Ichi's wins out. Go ahead.
I would say Viva. It's a burrito place.
I know what Viva, yeah.
Or E.G.'s,
Okay.
and I'd have to get rid of E.G.'s.
I think it's a good choice. Ichi's got great drinks. I don't really like their sandwiches.
E.G.'s or Panda.
Okay, and which one goes?
Panda because there's Payway.
Nice. Panda because there's Payway. Yeah, Payway rocks. Okay.
E.G.'s and Cane's, I would go E.G.'s.
You get rid of E.G.'s.
Yeah.
Okay. I really recommend you guys go down the street here. It's at 6th and Campbell, just on this side of Campbell. It's called Chiba Hut, okay? I don't get people to sponsor our show unless I eat there and I like it. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie to people like, yeah, go to this place, the food's great. It's not, okay? Toasted subs, Rice Krispies, Captain Crunch, Cocoa Krispies, and Fruit Loop treats. Big cookies, and for your parents, there's retro drinks like Tang. You guys don't know what Tang is, but Tang, the rest of the astronauts used to drink it when they go to the moon. And 3 kinds of Kool-Aid. And I don't know if you guys know what Kool-Aid is, but there's stuff for everybody there at Chiba Hut. And it's just right across from actually the sand volleyball pits, just down from the football stadium on 6th Street. So get your parents to take you there and check it out. And then when you guys become regional and national champions, I'll have you back on the show. And then we'll probably get some different answers, right? All right. We got time for one more funny one. This is a good group. I saved the best for last, okay? All right. Would you rather be a ghost or a princess?
A ghost.
Why?
Because I want to scare people.
Good answer.
A ghost.
Why?
So I can scare all my
Say that again.
a ghost so I could haunt all my haters.
There you go.
Yeah, a ghost so I can scare people, and I don't like getting that much attention as a
You can
princess.
Okay, fair enough.
I would also be a ghost because I could like scare my siblings.
Sure. We'll go through walls, hide from your parents. Good answers. Good answers. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show. We're going to give you a chance to shout out, like the other groups. You can shout out to anybody in the whole world or the United States, or they can be here in Tucson or here at Frog and Firkin. So let's see who you're going to shout out to. Shout out to your dog, your cat, whoever.
I shout out to my family and friends.
Okay.
I shout out to my family as well as and my uncle.
And where does he live?
He lives here, but I just don't get to see him a lot.
Okay, so is he watching? Did you text him?
I hope he's watching.
All right. Hopefully you're watching, Uncle. If not, we're going to publish this, and I'll get into that in just a second.
My friends and family, and especially my dad.
Okay.
Guiding me through.
There you go. That's a good answer.
My parents, because they always been there for me.
All right. See, me as a Hispanic kid, you always got to include Nana, because if you don't include Nana, that chocolate comes off and goes down the hall and hits you in the head. And believe me, she's got a better arm than any NFL quarterback, that plays. All right, she'll beat you right in the head. So that's just how it is growing up Hispanic. Okay. All right. So I've had a great time with you guys. You guys were fabulous guests. Very, very mature for your age. Obviously blessed with a lot of athletic ability. You've got good head on your shoulders, which tells me you've got good parents, good teachers, good coaches, and it's been my honor to have you. So thanks for being on the show. Your work is not done, okay? Enjoy that state championship, but kind of put it in the top drawer, and now you're looking at regionals, okay? You got that potato for a region, and it wasn't to eat, okay? So I will tell you this, just like I told the 04 team. You win regionals, guess what? You're back on the show. You win nationals, you're back on the show. Okay? Is that a deal? All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, and enjoy that state championship, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks or 3 weeks or so. All right? All right. Thank you. A little program note for tomorrow. John Aguilar and myself will be at Lincoln Park, just over off of Pantano and Escalante, at 7 o'clock for the Southern Arizona High School Softball All-Star Game. So all the good high school players from Southern Arizona, from the 520 area code, including Katie Sherman of Benson High School and others that are in the Tucson area or in the surrounding Southern Arizona area, will be playing one last time for representing their school before they go off to college and take their talents elsewhere. So that will be live streamed tomorrow. Pearson Sturdivant will be producing it. John Aguilar and I will be calling the game. So tune in to the Facebook, 520 Facebook page. These lights are driving me crazy. And definitely check us out. We will have a live broadcast. And then just like this show was live, we will publish it after we're done. we're going to publish the softball game as well. So thank you for joining us tonight. We had a great time with the 06 FC Tucson Black State Championship game. Thank you, parents, for coming out, and thank you, viewers, for watching us. 520 Sports Talk, Southern Arizona sports with a twist, and it's a wrap.